Hi, and welcome to Deep in the Bunker, where today we are going to be making hardtack, aka ship's biscuits. Well, in my little survival tin here, I've got ones I've made with turmeric for health. I've got classic plain, but what I'm going to do today is make chocolate ones. Super easy recipe. 2 cups of plain flour, all purpose, a little bit of sugar to sweeten, and of course cocoa powder and a dash of salt. In with the flour. In with a very little approximation of sugar, dash of salt, and a liberal application of the cocoa powder. And of course, not forgetting 3/4 cup of water. This is a rough guide. The cocoa powder may soak up a bit, but we'll see how we go. If we need to add a bit more, we will. As you can see, after a few minutes, this has formed a lovely stiff mixture. Just perfect. I didn't need to add any more water to that. So, a quick dusting of the surface we're going to roll on. Out with our mixture. Traditionally, as I say, this is for ships, people on long voyages. They needed food that was going to not spoil, keep over a very long time, and was nutritionally dense. So that's what we are doing here today. The addition of the cocoa powder and sugar is obviously not as original, but it can only ever add to it, and it helps this become more of a dessert. And what I mean by that, hardtack ship's biscuits are normally just placed into something like a stew, a weak broth, to break them up, because believe me, this is going to be baked 3 times and it's going to be hard as hell. I will need a rolling pin, a hammer or something up to break it, which I'm going to show you. So instead of putting this into a stew, the reason we've done it chocolate, we could put it into milk, break it up, and it would create that effect exactly as the sailors had it back then. There we have it rolled out to approximately a 1/2 inch. In with the cutter, and we'll make as many as we can on the first roll. And once again, just like school, keep going round, blending it in and making more. Now, I want to prick these with a fork quite aggressively, at least halfway through. Okay. Final 2. So this recipe has provided me with 12, and even 12. So, really happy with that. I say, prick them all the way through, or as much as you dare. Into the tray and into the oven at gas mark 4. For at least an hour. And then we're going to take them out, we're going to turn them over, back in the oven for at least another hour. Then we're going to take them out again. We're going to let them cool for an hour. Then we're going to go back in the oven. So that's 2 bakes so far. I might now leave them overnight, and then tomorrow, or if I've got enough time tonight, back in the oven for a further hour. We're going to drive every little bit of moisture out of these, because moisture equals bacteria, and that's what we don't want. We want these babies to last 12, 24 months. And welcome to tomorrow. So, as promised, I left them overnight to cool. I stuck them back in the oven for an hour, and that was this morning, and they've lovely cooled off. And what has happened is hard as rock, hardtack. So let's start with a traditional hardtack biscuit, and into that we are going to pour a nice bit of beef stew here. One traditional hardtack, break it up. Into there to let it soften up, because I'm sure if I try to eat one of these raw, it's just going to break my teeth. Yeah, no, I think my teeth are going to give way before this gives. So while that's softening up, let's try a chocolate one with milk. In with the hot milk. God, I think that's even harder than the first lot. Well, it's been a couple of minutes real time, 2 seconds to you camera time. What we'll do, just take a couple of these chunks out here. Yeah. It has softened. I won't lie. It's hard, salty, but it has softened. My teeth are not breaking. Let's get a nice bit of chunk there and show you. Look at that. Yeah. I completely understand what I've done. Let's say long voyage on a ship, you need something that's going to keep stable, so shelf stable, nutritionally dense, and you're adding that fibrous chunk to your beef stew, to whatever you're going to have to your rations there today. So it has a survival biscuit. American Civil War, I think most wars have had it, and it works really well. Okay. Well, I think I may be the first in history to make it out of chocolate, but we'll see. Right. Nice big chunk. Yeah. It has softened, but it's taken hot milk to soften it down. I don't think it should soften at all if it was just cold milk, but as you can see, that is. Ah, it's good. Surprisingly good. You know, you've got the sweetness of the sugar in there, not overly, but just so. We've got the cocoa powder. Yeah, it's a welcome addition. Oh, why not? Hardtack, savoury, hardtack sweet. Why not? The only thing I wouldn't do these with is things like organic material, so herbs, any herbs at all. So oregano, bay, etc. Just wouldn't touch it because you're going to shorten the shelf life, and it's counterintuitive to what we're trying to do. But in the next video in this series, I shall be experimenting with hardtack as a survival bread. See, flour, wheat flour, nutritionally okay, but I think we can do better. Let's go with something like quinoa flour, something a bit more nutritious. Try and make it up. Try and make it up to that Lord of the Rings lembas bread level, which is something you can make for pennies, and it'll help you survive the apocalypse in style. So until next time, this has been Deep in Bunker. So take care, stay safe, stay sane.